Everyone, today we'll be discussing about some more problems related to determinant. So let's start with the determinant problem solving part 2. Problem solving part 2. So first let us start with this problem number 1. In this problem it is stated that solve the determinant, that is x4 minus 2, 4x minus 2 and 4 minus 2x is given, this equals to 0. Now we need to solve. So in order to solve this kind of determinant, solve means we need to find the value of x. So in order to do that, we can use the property. See, by observation we can see that if we subtract these two rows, that is the first and the second row, then we'll get x minus 4, 4 minus x and 0. So we'll proceed with that one. So x minus 4, it will be 4 minus x and it will be 0. And if we subtract these two, so we will get 0, x plus 2 minus x, and this will be remain as it is. So what are the things we have done? We have to write it on the right hand side, that r1 dash equals to r1 minus r2, and we have done r2 dash equals to r2 minus r3. So these are the things. I am repeating once again that please don't do these two things in one step. Try to do these two things, these two operations on two different steps. So if we take x minus 4 common from the first row and x plus 2 common from the second row, so what will remain here? 1 minus 1, 0, and it will be 0, 1 minus 1, and it will be 4 minus 2x equals to 0. Now we will expand by any of the rows. So we will expand it by the first row. So it will be x minus 4, x plus 2, and if we expand by first row, so then it will become 1 minus 1 minus 2x minus plus 1. It is 0 minus 1, 4x. So equals to 0. Now for further calculation we have to do like this. It will be x minus plus minus 2, x minus 2 plus it will be 0 minus of minus plus 4. So it will be like this only. So I will remove the first line. Please note it down if needed. So if we do the calculation, then it will become x minus 4, x plus 2 again. It is becoming as x plus 2, so equals to 0. So the two roots, this x plus 2 whole square, so x minus 4 whole square, x minus 4 into x plus 2 whole square equals to 0. So two roots, actually there are three roots, but two roots are equal, that is x minus 2, x equals to minus 2. So these are the three roots, minus 2 and 4. Okay, so this is how we can solve this kind of problems. Please note it down so that we can move to the next one. So in the second problem we will do the solve for a different question. So question number 2, it is stated that 3x minus 8, 3 is also 3, 3x minus 8, 3x minus 8 equals to 0. So in order to solve this kind of problem, this is also stating that solve means, we have already stated that solve means we need to find the value of x এর value বের করতে হবে. So in order to do that, we can simply add these three and we can write it in one step, one row or one column, so that we'll just do it row wise. 3x minus 8 plus 3, that is 6. So it will also be same, 3x minus 8 plus 6. It will also be same, 3x minus 8 plus 6. So let this be as it is, 3x minus 8, 3, 3, 3, 3x minus 8 is equals to 0. What is the thing we have performed here? That is r1 dash equals to r1 plus r2 plus r3. This is the thing we have done. See, in both the cases we are getting 3x minus 2. So let us take out the 3x minus 2 part. So it will remain as 1, 1, 1, 3, 3x minus 8 and 3. It will be 3, 3, 3x minus 8. Now we'll just follow the procedure we have already discussed what to do when we get 1, 1, 1 in the in one particular row or in one particular column. I'll repeat it once again. If we get 1, 1, 1 in a particular row, if row wise, please note it down. For row wise 1, 1, 1, row wise 1, you have to perform C1 dash equals to C1 minus C2 and C2 dash equals to C2 minus C3. And for column wise 1, you have to perform R1 dash equals to R1 minus R2, R2 dash equals to R2 minus R3. There is nothing called R3 dash or C3 dash. You have to perform these two only. Please note it down. So here we have row wise, so we will subtract column wise. Row wise 1, 1, 1 we have, so we will subtract column wise. So by subtracting column wise, this will become 0, 3x minus, it will become 3 minus 3x plus 8. So 3 minus 3x plus 8, that is 11 minus 3x. Now it is 3 minus 3, that is 0. Now if we subtract these two, it will become 0. So it will become 3x minus 8 minus 3, so 3x minus 11. So for the second thing, it will be like this, 3 minus 3x plus 8, so it will be 11 minus 3x. Now it will remain as it is. Now I'll just remove this part. So after expanding by first row, definitely we'll expand by first row, because in the first row we have 2 zeros and only 1, 1. So it will be easier to expand by using first row. So if we do the same, then it will become 1. We'll just do this calculations. 11 minus 3x, 3x minus 11, 0, 11 minus 3x. So this is how we got the things. So it will be 3x minus 2 into 11 minus 3x whole square, that is equals to 0. So it is becoming 0, that is why we are not writing it. So for this purpose, we will get that 3x minus 2 equals to 0, so x equals to 2 by 3, or 11 minus 3x equals to 0, or x equals to 11 by 3. So these are the things. Actually there are 3 roots, but 2 roots are equal. The 2 roots are 11 by 3 and 1 root is 2 by 3. So this is how we can solve this kind of problems. So please note it down so that we can move to the next one. So in this problem, it is somehow different. This includes a complex number. So if x and y, it is stated that if x and y are real, and x plus iy equals to, it is giving as 6i minus 3i 1, 4 3i and minus 1, and 20 and 3 and I. Then find the value of x and y. We need to find x and y. X and y, x or y value find out करता है. So in order to do that, we have to first evaluate this determinant, right? So 6i minus 3i, 1, 4, 3i minus 1 and 23i. So in order to solve this determinant, we can do some use some properties, but that is not mandatory, because by multiplication we can easily get, because the numbers are very small. So we are not using any property. We'll just simply expand the determinant. So it will become 3i minus 1, 3i. So it will be, once again I will check the question once again. So it will be 3i it will be 3i 4 minus 1 20i, and it will become like this 4 3i 23. Okay, now by calculation we are getting that 3i square minus minus plus 3 plus 3i into that is 4 plus 20. Now for this one we are getting at 12 minus 60i, right? So 4i, sorry, 4, it will be 4i. So 6i 3i square, that is minus 3 plus 3 getting cancelled, 6i into minus 3 plus 3 plus 3i, if we do the multiplication it will become 12i square. Now it is becoming as plus 60i plus 12 minus 60i. So 60i getting cancelled, this is 0 plus 12i square means I square means minus 1, so it will be minus 12 plus 12, so it will becoming 0. The whole value of the determinant is equals to 0. So in order to prove this one, in order to find the value of x and y, we can easily write that this determinant as 0 plus 0 into y, right? This is the format which we want, x plus iy. If we compare the real part with real part and imaginary part, then we will get the value of x is equals to 0 and value of y is also equals to 0. No need to get confused. If you have this kind of problems, then you can proceed like this, because these are the numbers are very small here, so that there is no practical need of using the properties. So in case of this kind of problems, we can directly expand and find the values. So please note it down so that we can move to the next one. So we have done 3 solving problems. Now we'll move to some of the different types of problems, that is factorize. If your question states that factorize a determinant is given as like this: b plus c, then a b, c plus a, c a, and a plus b, b c. If your determinant states like this, then what do we have to do? Factorize. Factorize means nothing to get confused. Factorize means just do the normal determinant solving procedure. You just use the solving procedure, and the answer should be come in within the factorized format. I'll show what is a factorized format. So first write it down, that b plus c. I'll start from this side. So b plus c, a b, c plus a, c a plus b, b c. Now let a is equals to this, so we can easily write it into two determinants, right? b a b, c c a, and a b c. Now plus c a b, a c a, b b c, right? Now we'll just perform the row wise addition. If we add these 3 rows, r1 plus r2 plus r3, and write it on row 1, then it will become a plus b plus c, a plus b plus c, a plus b plus c. So c c a b c. For the second determinant, it will remain. Will do the same thing. So it will become a plus b plus c, a plus b plus c, a plus b plus c, and it will become a c a, b b c. Now just take a plus b plus c common from both the determinants, so it will become a plus b plus c into 1 1 1 c c a b c, plus it will also become like this. We are performing r1 dash equals to r1 plus r2 plus r3 here. So it will be into this determinant will become 1 1 1 a c a and b b c. Now you see we have got row wise 1 1 1. So we'll we'll use the formula which we have discussed previously. So I'll rub this one. So please note it. Please note it down so that we can rub this one. So here we are getting that a plus b plus c, and if we perform the column wise subtraction, it will become 0 0 a minus b, 0 c minus a, b minus c, and 1 a c. Here it is becoming a plus b plus c into 0 a minus c, 0 0 c minus a, b minus c, 1 a c, right? So after this we'll just expand the determinant, so it will be only one, so it will be like this: 0 c minus a minus b into b minus c, not into, it is like this, plus a plus b plus c. If we do it like this, then it will be, the minor will be c minus a and 0 b minus c. So this is how it goes on. So a plus b plus c, just do the calculations, it will get a minus b into c minus a, right? Plus, this is one part, and another one is a plus b plus c, it will be a minus c into b minus c. Okay, now just see that we can write this one as a plus b plus c into a minus b into c minus a minus a plus b plus c. We are just taking this minus common from this a minus c, so it will become c minus a into b minus c. Now observe these two terms, these are the common terms, a plus b plus c and c minus a. So we can take this term out of this. So a plus b plus c into c minus a, if we take common, then it will become the remaining part which remains here, that is a minus b minus b plus c. So these are the terms. So it will become a plus b, c minus a minus 2b plus c. So this is the factorized format. Factorized format means this, the output or the result or the evaluation of this determinant has to be in this format, has to be in this multiplied format. It could be 3 factors, it could have 4 factors, it could have 2 factors, no issues with that, but it should be in this format. That is why factorization states. So please note it down, so that it will be helpful for the purpose of solving this kind of factorization problems. Okay, so we'll move to the next one. In this problem, it is stated that prove that x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus 4, x plus 3, x plus 5, x plus 8, and x plus 7, x plus 10, x plus 14 is independent of x. Independent of x, and find the value of the determinant. So independent of x means in the whenever we will find the value, এর ভ্যালুটা যখন ফাইন্ড আউট করব, সেই ভ্যালুটার মধ্যে কোনো x থাকা চলবে না. That is why it is stating as independent of x. So we'll just perform normal evaluation, that is x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus 4, x plus 3, x plus 5, x plus 8. Now it is x plus 7, x plus 10, x plus 14. So we'll just do one thing. We'll just subtract these two columns and write it on the first column, and we'll subtract these two columns and write it on the the second column. So if we do the same, then it will become minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. And we'll get x plus 4, x plus 8, and x plus 14. We have done simply c1 dash equals to c1 minus c2 and c2 dash equals to c2 minus c3. That is the thing we have done. Now just do the normal expansion, nothing to worry about this. So if we do the normal expansion, it will become minus 1, minus 3, x plus 8, minus 4, x plus 14. Now for this one it will become plus 2, it is as it was as minus 2, so minus 2 x plus 8 minus 3 x plus 14 plus x plus 4 into this one minus 2 minus 3 minus 3 minus 4. Please note it down. We'll rub this one so that we can proceed with the sum. So by calculation we'll get that minus 3x minus 42 minus 4 plus 4x plus 32. Okay, so it is plus 2 into minus 2x minus 28 plus 3x plus 24 plus x minus 4 into x plus 4 into 8 minus 9. So it is like this. We'll get x minus 10 plus 2 into x minus 4 plus x plus 4 into minus 1. So it is becoming minus x plus 10 plus 2x minus 8 plus minus x minus 4. So minus x plus 2x, it is getting cancelled. So the value is coming as minus 2. So it is easily we can visualize that in this evaluation of this determinant, the value of the determinant is minus 2, so which is independent of x. There is no x related to the value. So this is how we can say that it has been proved that the value of the determinant is independent of x. So please note it down so that we can move to the last sum of today's topic, today's class. So in this video, in this sum, it is been stated that we have to prove. This is a proof that sum. Prove that 2 cos theta 1 0 1 2 cos theta 1 and 0 1 2 cos theta equals to, we have to prove that sine 4 theta by sine theta. So by seeing this, we can observe that there is nothing to do with the property. We will just simply expand, because this is these are the simple terms. So we can directly expand this particular sum. So 2 cos theta 1 0 1 2 cos theta 1 0 1 2 cos theta. So if we do the expansion by using the first row, then what will we get? That is 2 cos theta 2 cos theta 1 1 2 cos theta. Now it will become minus 1, so it will be 1 1 0 2 cos theta. So we'll rub this one. So by calculation, what is the thing we are getting? That is 4 cos square theta minus 1 into 2 cos theta. Minus 1 into 2 cos theta, right? Okay. So it is 8 cos cube theta minus 2 cos theta minus 2 cos theta. So it is becoming 8 cos cube theta minus 4 cos theta. So we have to prove this one from this. So in order to do that, we will take 4 cos theta as common, 2 cos square theta minus 1. We know the formula that 2 cos square theta minus 1 equals to cos 2 theta. So we can easily write that 4 cos theta into cos 2 theta. Now for the next step, we will take one thing, 4 cos theta into sin theta. We'll just do one thing, 2 into 2. We'll just write the 4 as 2 into 2 cos 2 theta divided by sin theta. As we have taken sin theta here, we need to take sin theta in the denominator also. So it will become 2 sin theta cos theta, that means sin 2 theta. So it is becoming as sin 2 theta cos 2 theta by sin theta. So we know that 2 sin theta sin 2 theta cos 2 theta is equals to sin 4 theta. So it is sin 4 theta by sin theta. So this is how RHS can be proved. So these are the sums which I felt that these are somehow different from whatever we have discussed in the previous problem solving video. So this is all for determinant. So if some more problems are needed to be solved, then we'll discuss and we'll upload one last video. So as of now, this is the last video for determinant problem solving. So hope it was helpful. So please try to understand the concept behind the sums we have solved in the last 2 videos of problem solving, and try to solve all the problems related to that which are given in your exercise. So thank you.